If we had to do it all over again, that there would have been a whole lot more questions that were asked in terms of how this thing is working.
Sebelius was an early supporter of President Obama. The twice-elected red state governor of Kansas was among the first prominent women to endorse Obama in 2008 over Hillary Clinton. On the short list to be vice president, Sebelius was instead nominated to be HHS secretary.
I'm humbled, honored.
And now the president turns to someone with more management experience, his budget chief, Sylvia Matthews Burwell. A Harvard-educated 48-year-old mother of two, Burwell has both public and private sector experience, including serving as president of two large foundations for Walmart and Bill Gates. Now, Burwell's confirmation is virtually assured in the Democratic-controlled Senate, but what the White House wants is more than a confirmation. They are banking on her management skills to reduce the law's vulnerability to political attacks in this election year.
Two journalists who work with whistleblower Edward Snowden to reveal the extent of U.S. government surveillance were honored in New York yesterday. Glenn Greenwald and Laura Poitras of The Guardian were on American soil for the first time since the story broke last year. There had been fears they could be arrested upon arrival, but that didn't happen. They made their way to a hotel in Manhattan to receive the George Polk Award for National Security Reporting. The journalists praised the former National Security Agency contractor for being their source and revealing what happened. Snowden is wanted in the U.S., but was granted temporary asylum by Russia. Greenwald also had some tough words for U.S. President Barack Obama.
President Obama likes to parade around as some sort of, King Solomon figure in between the excesses of the NSA and those who are raising concern about it and trying to balance it and come up with some reasonable centrist approach. I mean, that's generally his political brand. The reality is that he's presided over this out-of-control system for 5 years and has never expressed a single inclination to rein it in any way. So the fact that he's continuing it for as long as he can, I think is the opposite of surprising. I mean, he is an advocate of this system over which he presided for so many years. I mean, I think he's one of the obstacles to reform, not a vehicle for it.
Violent clashes rocked Brazil when police began kicking squatters out of an abandoned building in Rio de Janeiro. Authorities are trying to beef up security ahead of the World Cup football tournament later this year and the 2016 Olympic Games. 1,500 police dressed in riot gear used tear gas, stun grenades, and pepper spray to evict nearly 5,000 people. A Brazilian court ordered the eviction, moving families out of the buildings and a parking lot owned by a telecommunications company. Residents fought back by throwing rocks and Molotov cocktails, as well as setting buildings, buses, and vehicles on fire. The mass eviction ended with many injuries, including children and police. More than 20 people were arrested.
Locally again, supporters of a 12Y preschool that got kicked out of its campus are crying foul. Meanwhile, the government has called on the school authorities to consider setting up a new campus in a commercial building. Evelina Leung reports.
The parents of students attending Top Kids International Preschool, as well as teachers and their supporters, staged a protest outside the Cheung Kong Center in Central today. They demanded that their school be allowed to continue operating. The kindergarten is being pushed out of its campus by a more expensive kindergarten. Cheung Kong Holdings has a stake in the company that owns the land. The school's headmistress, Carol Chan, said they have already informed the government of their situation. Secretary for Education Eddie Ng said the government has already suggested the preschool sets up a new campus inside a commercial building. He added the administration rarely interferes with the operation of private institutions. Speaking to TVB News today, Professor Gail Yoon said the only way to solve this is to implement 15 years of free education in Hong Kong. But changes won't happen overnight.
I think it takes a transition period to do it if the government chooses to do 15-year free education. As I said earlier, we need long-term planning, including allocating land, for kindergarten operation.
She hopes the government would take public as well as private kindergartens into consideration while implementing free preschool education in Hong Kong. Evelina Leung, TVB News.
A motorcyclist was killed in a traffic accident in Tai Po this morning. And as Vicky Kung reports, the vehicle was reported stolen earlier and carried a fake license plate.
Police were at the scene to investigate the early morning crash. Officers say the accident happened at around 5 a.m. A motorcycle driven by a 39-year-old man was traveling along Fanling Highway towards Shengshui when the vehicle went out of control near Kowloon Han. It crashed into the road divider. The motorcyclist suffered serious injuries and was rushed to North District Hospital, where he was declared dead. Kan Kwok Ming of the New Territories North Special Investigation Team says the motorcycle was reported stolen back in February and that the victim's driving license was suspended at the time of the accident. Kang also said the vehicle had a license plate that was different from the one registered. Police are following up on the case. Vicky Kong, TVB News.
Police have seized 1.44 kilos of crack cocaine with a street value of $2.2 million. 2 people were arrested. Both suspects are 24 years old. Acting on a tip-off, police questioned the pair in Yuen Long last night. Officers say one of the men had in possession a small amount of crack cocaine. Authorities then searched a flat nearby and found more drugs. They also seized equipment that they say was used to produce the drugs. Police believe the suspects belonged to a syndicate that had been running for about 2 months in New Territories West. All right, Chris, what do you have for us in sports today?
Some golf. It's a big weekend, right?
Yep.
First Masters, second day of the Masters. I'll get this right eventually. American Bubba Watson is halfway to his second green jacket. The 2012 Masters champion leads by 3 shots at Augusta after 2 rounds. And here's Jameson Wong with the highlights.
That's how you do it. 5 straight birdies on the back 9. Bubba Watson's round of 4 under 68 has him on top of the leaderboard at 7 under after 2 rounds. The 2012 champion has a 3-shot lead over Australian John Senden. Another lefty won't be around for the weekend. Phil Mickelson followed up in opening round 76 with a 73. It's the first time he's missed the cut at Augusta since 1997. And although a great selfie possibility, this can't be good for former world number 1 Rory McIlroy. It wasn't. He just made the cut at +4. A group of 4 golfers are at 3 under and 4 back of Watson. The pack includes former Green Jacket winner Freddie Couples and defending champion Adam Scott. Let's hear now from Bubba.
You know, it's the same thing. It's not science here. It's try to hit the greens, and if you're hitting the greens, that means you're obviously hitting your tee shots well.
Despite the near hole out here, first round leader Bill Haas stumbled to a 6 over 78. He's 9 back. Jameson Wong, TVB News.
Filipino boxing icon Manny Pacquiao returns to the ring tomorrow morning Hong Kong time to fight American Timothy Bradley in Las Vegas. The Pac-Man has a score to settle after Bradley won a highly controversial decision in their first fight. That was back in 2012. Pacquiao looked impressive 4 months ago in Macau. 35-year-old easily outboxed former lightweight champion Brandon Rios. Bradley is the current WBO welterweight champ with a professional record of 31-0.
I'm very happy. I'm nice to be back here in Las Vegas in the gym. I'm really thankful to the fans who came here today.
I've been the underdog my whole life. I was raised up in the ghetto, so I know what being an underdog is like, man.
Now to a unique showdown in Monaco. Tennis star Rafael Nadal played a one-on-one poker match against women's champion Vanessa Selbst. Nadal is not new to the game. He won a charity event last year.
And that is a wrap of our news.
Good night.
My girlfriend kicked me out. I'm living with my dad, and my family killed President Lincoln. All right.
To clear his family name.
The following conversation never happened.
He's just got to do one little thing.
I'm going to kidnap the President of the United States.
More secrets, detours, and danger.
I am sorry. I couldn't resist.
Tonight, National Treasure, Book of Secrets, on Pearl's Weekend Blockbuster.
God warned me. He told me to build a boat.
Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do.
He's back.
The Bible, Easter Holidays, at 1 p.m. on Pearl. Rolex presents The Spirit of Yachting. Continues with A Class Act, this Thursday night at 8. Sun Life Financial presents The Weather Report is brought to you by Sun Life Financial.
Hello everyone, it was mainly fine today. At 5 p.m., a weak ridge of high pressure covered the coastal areas of southeastern China. Up until 5 p.m., today's temperatures ranged from 21.8 to 27.8 degrees. And the current temperature is 25 degrees Celsius. So Freddie, how's the weather tomorrow?
Oh. Ah.
Cloudy periods and coastal fog in the morning and at night. Mainly fine during the day. Temperatures will range from 22 to 28 degrees. There will be bright periods in the next few days. Tomorrow's air quality health index will range from low to moderate. And the maximum UV index forecast for tomorrow will be about 9. Now, here's the latest global weather update. Showers in Shanghai, cloudy in Taipei and Xiamen. Cloudy in Guangzhou and Chengdu, foggy in Macau. Sunny in Beijing, cloudy in Seoul, sunny intervals in Tokyo. Thunderstorms in Bangkok, sunny intervals in Ho Chi Minh City and Manila. Thunderstorms in Kuala Lumpur and Singapore, rain in Jakarta. Thunderstorms in New Delhi, sunny intervals in Karachi, sunny in Mumbai. Cloudy in Cairo, showers in Nairobi. Showers in Brisbane, Sydney and Melbourne, cloudy in Auckland. Showers in Toronto, cloudy in New York. Sunny in Vancouver, foggy San Francisco, showers in Los Angeles. Sunny in London and Zurich, cloudy in Paris and Frankfurt, sunny intervals in Amsterdam. And that's the weather. Have a great evening.
It was brought to you by Sun Life Financial. Life's brighter under the sun. Banco 18. Mask Expert presents Sherlock Holmes, A Game of Shadows. Sunday, May 4th, on Pearl's Movie of the Month.
One of the bills that he gave us was a 10. That was a false note.
This money can literally be worthless.
That is fake, yeah. But that's not the note I gave you. Yeah. Is this real money?
No.
Do you mind if I look?
Wednesday, Scam City, at 9:30 on Pearl.
Someone had a priest assassinated? It's the Da Vinci Code.
Or not.
A mystery only Castle can unlock.
If I can figure out the code,